Hello, welcome to the Veritas Orchestra program informational video. My name is Darcy Bilberry. I have been teaching collectively for 16 years in the public school systems. I have experience teaching orchestra, vocal music, and general music. In my years at the public schools, I was able to start 2 after-school programs, including a successful honor choir and strolling strings program. I have been married for 24 years to my husband Jeff, and together we have 2 wonderful children, Brennan, age 15, and Caden, age 18. We also have 2 Maine Coon cats, Lord Waffles and Sir Winston. You may be wondering, why might you want to consider enrolling your child in a music class? Let me tell you why. First, learning music allows for self-expression, fostering positive emotional and mental health. Learning music, especially in a group, fosters social growth and creates unity in God's people. Learning music develops character. Learning music increases brain function. In layman's terms, it literally makes us smarter and enhances our learning in other content areas. Students involved in music typically score better on standardized tests. Learning music gives us a healthy hobby that can be enjoyed for a lifetime. Learning music can prevent or delay the onset of degenerative brain diseases as we age. Now that's a big win for music education. The orchestra program this year will offer 2 classes in orchestra. The first one is a beginning orchestra class. It is meant for 9 and 10-year-old players. All students will learn the fundamentals of playing a violin, viola, or cello. This will include learning the parts of the instrument and bow, how to tune the instrument, how to hold it correctly, and how to play it properly. Students will also spend a lot of time learning the fundamentals of reading music notation and how to apply it to their instrument. This class will meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Students who are ages 10 and 11 years old and may have some prior experience, enrolling in the intermediate orchestra class would probably be preferable. All students in this class will continue their learning from their previous experience and then progress to more challenging music and techniques. This class will meet every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I realize there may be questions about which class to enroll based on your child's age or ability level. If any of the questions on the screen apply to you, please scan the QR code on the next slide. To access this information that will answer those questions, scan the code on the screen now for more information. This code will take you to our class webpage that houses the orchestra informational packet, which can give you all the answers you need and more. I will be going over several of the items in this packet in person during our informational meeting on the Back to School Bash in August, but I wanted to give you prior access just in case you wanted more information now to help you make a more informed decision. Private lessons allow for your child's instruction to be personalized to his or her needs, whether that be to learn more challenging material because class material is too easy, or to get instruction that will help them get caught up if they are behind or struggling on material taught in class. You may find a different local teacher to teach your child privately, or you may sign up for private lessons from me at Veritas. Private lessons taught at Veritas will be held in the orchestra classroom each Tuesday and Thursday beginning in September. Each lesson will last for 30 minutes and the cost to participate will be $20 per lesson. Please contact me through the Remind app to set up lessons. Instructions for acquiring the Remind app and connecting with our orchestra program will be at the end of this presentation. There will be at least 2 concerts per school calendar year with the possibility of more, pending the progress of the class. Specific dates will be announced at a later time. If you're wondering how much time your child should practice, I recommend that each player does 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week in order to keep up and make sufficient progress. There is an attendance policy for our orchestra program. I will go into more details about this policy on our parent informational meeting night, but I wanted you to be aware and carefully consider the commitment this course requires before you sign up. Consistent attendance makes a big difference in not only the success of each player, but the success of the group as a whole. On the screen are all the items you will need for class, but please note, if you choose to sign up for this class, I will ask you to wait to get any class items until after we have our parent meeting at the Back to School Bash this coming August. During this meeting, I will go into specific details on this list and be able to answer any questions you may have. In addition, the Ernie Williamson Music Store from Springfield will be there to let kids try different instruments, get sized, and help you set up a rental plan if you wish to rent an instrument. So how much will materials for this class cost? It just depends. If you choose to purchase items on your own, costs can vary depending on which brand and vendor you go with. It would take quite some time to go through all the different brands and cost price points of all items on the previous list, so I'm just going to go over the cost of using a rental program to give you a general idea. I highly recommend going this route. The rental program I'm going to be discussing is the one offered through the Ernie Williamson Music Store out of Springfield. As mentioned before, they will be coming to our Back to School Bash to let kids try different instruments, get sized, and get signed up if they choose to do so through their store. They can also answer any questions you may have. Here are the details of the rental program. The rent you pay towards your instrument goes towards the purchase of a full-sized instrument. So even if your child is starting on a smaller instrument, in the end, they will own a full-sized instrument because all students will progress to that size by the time they hit high school. Typically, the rental program will last about 2 years. The first month's payment will not include rent, but only a fee of $29.99 to cover the cost of materials your child will need, which would be rosin, a shoulder rest for violins and violas, an end pen anchor for cellos, a method book, and a music stand. Buying these items separately rather than as part of this rental program would cost you roughly $60+, so this is a pretty good deal. After the first month charge, rent charges the following months will go as follows. If your child is renting a violin or a viola and is under the full size, the price of rent will be $16.99 per month. After that, when they reach full size, the rent goes up to $24.99 per month. Cellos that are under full size will be costing $34.99 per month, and full-size cellos that are full-sized will rent at $44.99 per month. There is a maintenance contract that is an optional additional cost of $6 a month, and it includes theft, as long as you have a police report, maintenance and upkeep, and also incidental repair. So if your child were to break a string, or they were to drop their instrument and it were to crack, it would be covered. Although I don't see these things often, they do happen on occasion and they can be costly. So the choice is really yours. Well, that about covers it. For more information, to ask questions, or to get signed up for private lessons, please reach out to me by one of these two methods. You can email me on the email on the screen, or you can use the Remind app. The Remind app is my preferred method of contact, as it is a way for us to communicate through text while keeping our personal numbers private. It will also be a way for me to communicate to all enrolled parents in the event that I have to cancel class due to an illness or emergency. On the screen, you will see the directions for how to get signed up now. If you have any trouble, feel free to email me instead. Well, that about covers it. If you have decided this is a class you are wanting to enroll your child in, congratulations! My own parents marvel how all those violin lessons they spent money on years ago actually turned into a lifelong passion for me. You never know God's intent in providing this education for your child, whether it just becomes a happy memory from a season in their life, a lesson about perseverance, a lifelong hobby, or a passion that turns into a career someday. The time and money spent on this part of your child's education is never wasted and part of a bigger plan. I look forward to meeting you all very soon. Goodbye.